A reading from the first book of Kings. The brook near where Elijah was hiding ran dry because no rain had fallen in the land. So the Lord said to Elijah, "Move on to Zarephath of Sidon and stay there. I have designated a widow there to provide for you." He left and went to Zarephath. As he arrived at the entrance of the city, a widow was gathering sticks there. He called out to her, "Please bring me a small cupful of water to drink." She left to get it, and he called out after her, Please bring along a bit of bread." She answered, "As the Lord your God lives, I have nothing baked. There is only a handful of flour in my jar and a little oil in my jug. Just now I was collecting a couple of sticks to go in and prepare something for myself and my son. When we have eaten it, we shall die." Elijah said to her, "Do not be afraid. Go and do as you propose, but first make a little cake and bring it to me. Then you can prepare something for yourself and your son. For the Lord, the God of Israel, says, 'The jar of flour shall not go empty, nor the jug of oil run dry, until the day when the Lord sends rain upon the earth.'" She left and did as Elijah had said. She was able to eat for a year, and Elijah and her son as well. The jar of flour did not go empty, nor the jug of oil run dry, as the Lord had foretold through Elijah. The word of the Lord. And our responsorial psalm today is, "Lord, let your face shine on us. Lord, let your face shine on us. When I call, answer me, O my just God, you who relieve me when I am in distress. Have pity on me and hear my prayer. Men of rank, how long will you be dull of heart? Why do you love what is in vain and seek after falsehood? Lord, let your face shine on us. Know that the Lord does wonders for his faithful one. The Lord will hear me when I call upon him. Tremble and sin not. Reflect upon your beds in silence. Lord, let your face shine on us. O Lord, let the light of your countenance shine upon us. You put gladness into my heart, more than when grain and wine abound. Lord, let your face shine on us."
The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus said to his disciples, "You are the salt of the earth, but if salt loses its taste, with what can it be seasoned? It is no longer good for anything but to be thrown out and trampled underfoot. You are the light of the world. A city set on a mountain cannot be hidden, nor do they light a lamp and put it under a bushel basket. It is set on a lampstand, where it gives light to all in the house. Just so, your light must shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your heavenly Father." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Just going to focus on the first reading from Kings just for a few moments. You know, quite often throughout all the scriptures, the Hebrew scriptures, the Old Testament and the New Testament, God makes sure he provides for all those who trust him. For all those who trust him. We have a great example in this first reading, we have this widow and her son. They're down to their last little bit of water because there's a drought going on for a long time. The lake and the stream is dry. There's nothing else. And they have the last bit of wheat to make flour, and there's no more wheat because of the drought. This is it. So she's getting ready to make her last bit of cake or bread for her and her son, and she knows after that they're going to starve to death. Along comes Elijah, the prophet of God, and says, make me a cake first before you have yours. Because God, and he says, because God has said to you, is saying to you, if you do this, he'll provide for you. You won't run out of water. You won't run out of wheat. Trust him. She says, okay, I'm going to make this for my son and myself. He says, yeah, but first make it for me. That's what God said to do. First me. And she understands that it's not him. He is an instrument of God. God is saying, put me first. And she gets that. She understands that. So she makes the cake for Elijah, and then she makes the cake for her and her son, and lo and behold, it doesn't run empty. And she's able to eat for a whole year. God has provided for her just like he said. Now, I hope this isn't a stretch, but what this all said to me talked about tithing. That's what it says to me. I know, but that's what it says to me. It really, really does. To trust the Lord enough to put him first, even with our resources. Even with our resources. That's the way I believe it's supposed to be. I tell people when they say, I want to build my trust in God. I said, have you considered tithing? I do say that. Have you considered tithing? Because God will show you that he'll provide for you. You put him first, and you're going to find out you have everything you need. You have everything you need, and it'll confirm to you that God is with you, that you can trust God in all things, not just this, but all things, that he is with you. So, what's tithing in the kind of the Catholic tradition would be to, right off the top, this is the way I do it anyway, right off the top of your resources, your finances, 5% to the church, your church, and 5% to other charities in some way, shape, or form. Those charities could be people you know who are in need. I mean, it could be anything. So 5% to church for sure to continue the spread of the gospel, God first, and then 5% to others. If you tithe, you know what I'm talking about. You know how God provides. And if you don't tithe, I would ask you to consider it. Also, if you're having trouble trusting God in any way, consider this. It will build your trust. It will build your trust. God will build your trust to be open to that. God has given us everything, even the masks on our face. God has given us everything. He just asks for the first fruits, the cream off the top for him. And then we will see how he provides for us in every single way.